Welcome to the third episode. On episode 2, we learned that Mr. Windybank is not Miss Sutherland's real father. Her real father died years ago. And then her mother married again another man, Mr. Windybank. Mr. Windybank is not her father. Actually, he is her stepfather. He married her mother. He's not the real father. He is a stepfather. We also learned about her money. £100 a year. It comes from New Zealand. And she has the money from her typing. And finally, on episode 2, we discovered that Miss Sutherland and Mr. Angel, they first met, they first encountered, they first saw each other at a dance. Aqui foi onde a gente parou no episódio 2. Every year before he died, my father had tickets for a dance. Now my mother gets the tickets. Mr. Windybank, the stepfather, didn't want us to go to the dance. They're not very nice people, he said, and you haven't got the right clothes. But then Mr. Windybank went to France. Sherlock Holmes asked, what did he do in France? Why did he go to France? He buys wine. He buys. He gives the money, he gets the wine. Okay? He buys wine there. Miss Sutherland answered, he often goes for 2 or 3 days to buy wine. Okay, he's the buyer. Okay? So my mother and I went to the dance. Episode 3. Was Mr. Windybank angry when he heard about that? Holmes asked. Was he nervous? Was he angry? Was he mad when he heard about that? No, he was very nice about it. He laughed and said, you can't stop women when they really want to do something. Então a gente terminou o episódio 2 aqui, né? Uma técnica neurocientífica de bombardeio de perguntas que produz redes neurais de fluência. É uma das coisas mais poderosas, se não a mais poderosa, para te ensinar a pensar e responder prontamente em inglês. Então a gente fez o seguinte. Who, né? He went to France. What did he do in France? He buys wine there. He often goes for 2 or 3 days. So my mother and I went to the dance. O bombardeio de perguntas foi: who are we talking about? Sherlock Holmes, Dr. Watson, Miss Sutherland. Who are we talking about here? Mr. Windybank. We are talking about Mr. Windybank. Where did he go? Brazil, Argentina, the United States. Where did he go? France. He went to France. Why? To do what? To buy, pay, acquire wine. Okay? He was the buyer. He had the money. He was the client. He bought, past of to buy. He bought, past, wine. Does he usually do that? Does he usually go to France to buy wine? Yes. Yes. He often, usually, frequently goes to France to buy wine. How long does he usually stay in France? For how many days? 2-3 days. 2-3 days. What was the consequence of Mr. Windy Bank going to France? What happened? Miss Sutherland and her mother, they went to the dance. And Miss Sutherland met, encountered, saw, talked, met Mr. Hosmer Angel for the first time. Ok? E aí o Sherlock Holmes começou perguntando, né? Qual foi a reação do seu stepfather quando ele descobriu isso, né? Tipo, putz, grila, fui pra França e ela foi pra dança e conheceu o cara. Was he angry? Angry, mad, nervous when he heard about the story? No. No, he was very nice about it. He was okay. He didn't mind. He was not nervous. He was not mad. He was nice. He was okay. He laughed. And he said, you can't stop women when they really want to do something. Achava-se que ele fosse ficar nervoso, chateado, upset. Ele não queria que elas fossem, não gostava, tentava proibir. Aí ele foi comprar vinho na França e elas foram. Was he angry? No. No, he wasn't. He was nice. He was okay. Na verdade, he laughed. And he said, when two women are decided about something, when they are sure, when they really want something, there is nothing you can do to stop them. It's impossible to stop women who are decided about what they want. If they, the women, que é o plural de woman, if they really want something, forget about it. It's impossible to stop them. You can't stop women when they really want to do something. When did you see him again? He came to the house the next day. He came to my house on the day after, on the following day, on the next day. After that, I went for walks with him. E aí o Sherlock Holmes faz uma pergunta retórica de confirmação. And you met, you encountered, you saw, you talked to Mr. Hosmer Angel for the first time at the dance. Yes. I met, I saw, I encountered, I was together, I was with him for the first time that night of the dance. And what was the next time you saw him? When did you see him again for the second time? He came to my house. He came to my house the next day, the day after, the following day. So, there was the night of the dance. Digamos que tenha sido Friday. On Saturday, Mr. Hosmer Angel went to her house. He came to my house the following day. After that, I went for walks with him. Alguns mini trechos de vídeos do que é two people, especialmente a man and a woman, going for walks. They went for a walk. They went for a walk. But then my father, the stepfather, came back from France, and Hosmer couldn't come to my house anymore. No, my father doesn't like it when I have visitors, Miss Sutherland said sadly. My father doesn't like it when I have visitors. What did Mr. Angel do next, after? Holmes asked. He wrote me a letter every single day. Miss Sutherland answered. Then, a week later, 7 days later, Father went to France again, and Hosmer visited me. Did Mr. Angel want to marry you? Oh, yes, Mr. Holmes, Miss Sutherland answered. When did he ask you? He asked me after that first walk. He worked in an office in Lidenhall Street, and which office? Holmes interrupted her. Holmes asked quickly. I don't know. Where did he live? In a room above the office, she answered. I don't know the address, only Lidenhall Street. So, where did you send your letters? To Lidenhall Street Post Office. She told him. Hosmer went there for them. They were a secret from the other man in the office. But my father came back from France, and Hosmer couldn't come to my house anymore. No, my father doesn't like it when I have visitors. So, vamos lá. Antes do pai dela morrer, o pai dela recebia tickets para uma festa, para um festival, para uma dança. E eles iam. Depois que ele morreu, her mother gets the tickets. And they don't go anymore because Mr. Windybank doesn't want them to go. Só que aí ele foi para a França comprar vinho e elas zarparam para a dança, para a festa, para o baile. E lá, naquele dia, she met Mr. Hosmer Angel. The day after, the following day, he came to her house. And they went for a walk. They talked. They had a conversation. They went for a walk. But her father came back from France. Her stepfather, Mr. Windbank, estava na França comprando vinho. He returned. He came back. And after he came back, Mr. Hosmer Angel could not visit her anymore. Why? Because Mr. Windbank, the stepfather, Alice escreve aqui, Miss Sutherland's stepfather, Mr. Windbank, does not like her, Miss Sutherland, to receive visitors. Antes da gente continuar, eu vou te apresentar uma outra técnica neurocientífica, produtora de rede neural de fluência, chamada POV, Point of View Magic Stories. São 7 anos de uma criança aprendendo gramática em 7 minutos. É mágico, é fantástico, é incrível. E para essa atividade nós vamos usar a seguinte frase. He came to my house. He came to my house the next day. Então nós vamos imaginar o seguinte. Aqui foi o primeiro dia que eles se conheceram. Um dia depois, he came to my house. Aqui, nós vamos imaginar que é agora. Now. E aqui nós vamos imaginar que é next week. E nós vamos passear com essa frase pela linha do tempo, que é um processo simbólico de compactação dos anos que uma criança passa aprendendo gramática. E faltou um último aqui, que é, nós vamos imaginar que existe uma... Como é que eu vou desenhar isso aqui? Que existe uma routine, habit. Tá? Então vamos lá. Ela está aqui contando a história para o Sherlock Holmes e ela está contando que lá atrás, um dia depois, he came to my house. Se ele não estivesse desaparecido e tivesse acontecendo agora, então, that night, the next day, the day after, the following day, he came to my house. He is coming to my house right now. A Alice vai escrevendo as frases, deixa acontecer, depois a gente volta revisando. Não se afobe. Na verdade, he comes to my house every day. He came to my house. He is coming to my house right now. Na verdade, he comes. It's a routine. He comes to my house every day. E como virou uma rotina, he's gonna come to my house next week. Posso usar he's gonna come, dando a entender que existe um plano. Posso usar he will come, dando a entender que é uma predição de uma certeza. He will come. He'll come to my house next week. Certeza. Ou se houve um plano, agendamento. He's gonna come to my house next week. Na verdade, desde aquele primeiro dia, he has been coming to my house every single day. E aí, digamos que isso daqui aconteceu, tá? Aqui eu vou chutar. 15 dias atrás. He has been coming to my house every single day. Foco no período, na frequência. Para falar do mesmo espaço de tempo, da mesma atividade, focando no resultado. He's already come to my house 15 times. Ou seja, he has been coming to my house every day. Present perfect continuous. Foco na frequência, na duração. Quando o foco é no resultado que aconteceu dentro deste período, presente perfeito sem ser o contínuo. He has, que a Alice está botando aqui, ó. He has already come to my house 15 times. Vamos botar tudo junto? He came to my house for the first time. Imagina que os 15 dias aqui que eu inventei são verdade. He came to my house for the first time 15 days ago. Ever since that day, desde aqui, he has been coming to my house every day. He has already come 15 times. 15 times. He is coming to my house right now. Virou rotina. He comes to my house every day. Tanto que já agendou. He's gonna come tomorrow. E eu tenho certeza. He will come next week. Vamos contrastar com as negativas? He didn't come to my house 16 days ago. Aqui é um dia, né, de diferença, então daria 16. He didn't come to my house for the first time 16 days ago. He came to my house for the first time 15 days ago. Contrasta as duas, Alice, sempre. He hasn't been coming to my house every day ever since that Friday. He has been coming to my house every day ever since that Saturday. He hasn't been coming to my house since 16 days ago. He has been coming to my house every day since 15 days ago. Foco na duração, na frequência. Foco no resultado. He hasn't been coming to my house for 16 days. He has come 15 times. Ou, né? He hasn't come 16 times. He's come. He has already come 15 vezes. Ele já veio 15 vezes. He has already come 15 times. He is not coming to Sherlock Holmes' office now. He is going to my house. Porque, eu não vou entrar nesse negócio agora, mas se neste momento a Miss Sutherland, ela está no escritório do Sherlock Holmes, ela não pode falar que ele está coming to my house, porque ela não está. Para você falar assim, are you coming? Você tem que estar no destino de onde você está perguntando. Se você não está no destino, are you going? Tipo, você está vindo, você está indo. Are you... Então, nesse momento aqui que eu estou fazendo right now, eu estou imaginando que ela está no escritório do Sherlock Holmes. He is not coming to your office now. He is going to my house. He doesn't come to Sherlock Holmes' office every day. He goes to my house every day. He's not gonna come here tomorrow. He's gonna go to my house tomorrow. E eu tenho certeza, he will not come here next week. Certeza. He will go to my house next week. Para fechar esta atividade e este episódio, vamos fechar com as perguntas. When did Mr. Angel first come to her house? How long ago? How many days ago? Did he first go? Did he first come to her house? 15 days ago. He first came to her house 15 days ago. How long has he been coming to her house? How many times has he already come to her house? How long has he been coming to her house? 15 days. How many times has he already come to her house, né? Quanto tempo que ele está vindo? Quantas vezes ele já veio, desde que ele começou? 15 dias. Ele vem uma vez por dia, todo dia. He has already come 15 times. Já veio 15 vezes, esse infeliz. Is he coming to her house right now? Is he coming to her house right now? Versus, does he go to her house every day? How long ago did he first go to her house? 15 dias atrás. How long has he been coming? Versus how many times has he already come? Is he going to her house right now? Does he usually go to her house every day? Is he going to her house right now? Yes, he is. He is going to her house right now. Does he usually go to her house every day? Yes, he does. He goes to her house every day. Is he gonna go tomorrow versus will he go next week? Is he gonna go tomorrow? Is there a plan? Yes. He's gonna go tomorrow. Will he go next week? Certeza. He'll go next week. He will go there next week. Não sei se foi 7, 10, 17 minutos, mas este processo chamado POV Magic Stories, ele compacta em alguns minutos anos de aprendizado de gramática do jeito nativo. É a forma mais poderosa que existe de aprender gramática no mundo.